Hello and welcome to a very exciting video. I'm Amanda and today we are here with a flip through of Spooky Colouring Adventures of Witch Cat by Sara Szewczyk. I said it right that time. Good. I don't know if you know by now, but I record my videos frequently twice. Anyway, so this is, it says on the back, it's an enchanted realms, mystic creatures, strange covens, oh my. Step into a strange portal with Witch Cat for a day, colour in magic worlds to keep real life at bay, and beware the creepy cute pages that herein lay. Sara Szewczyk is the author of the best-selling Spooky Colouring book and the creator of the Etsy and Instagram accounts Illustratorm Sara. She lives in Krakow, Poland. Sorry if I am pronouncing any of those words wrong. But this is a really interesting book. Recently I've seen it on Polly Puts the Colour On. Oh look, there's a little plum bob. If you play The Sims you know. Anyway, so yes, I am quite surprised at the size of this book actually. I'm always surprised at the size of books, I don't know why, but I went back to check on Polly's video and it actually looks like this on her video as well. I just didn't realise. I thought it was taller, but it's not. I measured it earlier, it's 9 by 8 inches, so it's almost square, but not quite. So this is the book. It has a end page, a black end page, and it's a story / colouring book. There's a story that goes with it, and it also has the colouring. So for the most part the pages are single-sided and the writing is here, so you could use markers if you want, and I think you would still be able to read this unless you used a completely really black dark marker, which if I was to do this with markers I think I probably would be using black for the cat, because on the cover page it's black or she, Delilah, is black and a really dark green. So I was going to think about keeping her colours the same, but I'm unsure because I don't know if I should do that or not. I'm trying to figure out whether I should colour this book as a cohesive story or just treat it with individual pages. I'm not sure. If anybody wants to buddy up with me on this book, please tell me in the comments below. Get in contact with me on Instagram if you will. It's at ALLJArt or ALLJArt, whatever you want to. It's the same name as here anyway, so go and find me over there. Find me on all the social medias. I'm on all of them, but I never post. I basically just promote my videos over there now. I used to be on social media quite a lot, but I'm getting old. Yeah, because some of these pages I would love to colour it in a sort of autumn palette, but then otherwise I would like to colour it during summer. So maybe as she goes through the story, time passes and it changes, depending I think on the illustrations. I don't know if some of them become less autumny and more springy or summery. We'll see. But yes, I'm really struggling to decide whether to colour this as a cohesive book. I could change the colour of the hat. I think I'm getting Matchstick Mouse mixed up with Spooky Cat to do with Polly, because she said that she changes the hat every time she is on a different page. But yeah, there's some really beautiful pages in here. And by the way, back in the day, I used to want to become one of those Audible narrators. So I used to, when Audible started to be pretty popular, I was like, how do I get a job as a book narrator? That would be awesome, just to read books all day, because I think that my voice suits reading if I can read it properly. Because if I didn't edit me reading the back of this book very well, then you'll know that I'm terrible at reading. I was thinking that maybe once I start my memberships, if I ever do, because I've got them in the background rolling, but I don't know if I want to actually do it or not, and because I don't know if I can commit to something like that, and I don't know if people would want memberships on my channel for things like full book colour alongs and exclusive content like posts and polls and work in progress pictures, general chattage, more control over what they see on the actual channel and over there too. Maybe in the future when my son goes to nursery, which is very far in the future, live streams. So some of this stuff is really intricate though and quite hard to decipher. So I'm guessing that this is rocks and foliage. So it would be hard to figure out what to colour what, but I think you just got to go with your gut and just colour what you think and hope for the best, basically. The art style is sort of like what I would probably draw like if I continued to draw, if that makes sense. So I'm an artist and I can draw and paint Sketcher. I don't draw very well. I think that if I continued to draw, my style would be very close to this. Maybe not the characters and stuff, but definitely this kind of thing. Because when I'm drawing things to paint, I do sketch like this a little bit and then I'll go over it and completely cover it up. That's another thing that I'm concerned about, whether I would colour this with markers or paint, or what I would colour it with. It's quite thick paper. I think it would take water really well, like watercolour and stuff, so I might base it and then use Inktense, or base it and use coloured pencils on top, or just use paint. It would be fun to do a sort of gouache scene, like maybe this would actually be perfect for it, because I would definitely paint something like this in real life. Why am I saying it like this is real life? Colour books are real life. I meant if I was painting it myself and coming up with this concept myself, I would paint something like this. The only thing that I wouldn't probably put in it is the cat. Maybe the tent wouldn't be there, and this fish definitely wouldn't be, and then the bonfire wouldn't be there either. I would just literally do the background. But I'm trying to actually, in my own artwork, come up with things and different elements to put in my work to make it more interesting rather than just landscapes. So this scene is really cute, and I think that it would be a cool challenge to try and paint this as if I would be doing my original artwork, if that makes sense. I was trying to explain that so hard. Let me know if you want me to read this to you, or I could make it a full-on video where I actually colour in something from this book, and you can watch me do that while I read the story to you. That's just an idea. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but maybe I can use it as my audition to become an audible narrator in the future. My dream job, everybody, my dream job. Not really, but it would be quite fun to do. Maybe get paid for it while I'm at it, who knows. But there's so much stuff to do. I don't think I would actually be that good at it, especially if I had to make up a voice, like a man's voice, or if I had to speak like the person would be speaking or something. But if there's no speech in it, I think I would probably be really good at it. I used to love reading stories to my son as well. I don't know, maybe I'm just too partial to my voice. Is my voice annoying, or is it okay to listen to? Maybe if you were wanting to go to sleep because it's so monotone and boring. Anyway, Polly did mention when she looked at these 2 pages that she liked the fact that this creature is on 2 pages and it's quite cohesive, so you can paint it or colour it the same colour, and then in this bit colour it again with the same colours. So that is a good idea and really cool. Anytime I see a monster like this now, I picture it in like a really bright yellow colour. I don't know who did it in Alien Worlds, but I think it might have been Jess from Colouring Bumblebee or Amy Ward Art. They coloured one of the big monster things or aliens in a really bright yellow colour, and it looked really cool. So I really want to do that with a monster. Maybe I'll do it with this monster. Who knows? A yellow and maybe a little bit of lime green, and then have the flowers be a different colour, maybe purple, because yellow and purple is supposed to look good. However, I don't actually like that colour scheme together. I think it looks a bit naff, but whatever. This is a cool page with just the cat and the dragon sort of thing. Captivated by the witch's playful spirit. The dragon, yes, it's a dragon. I like how there's little hints of what this is. Oh, here's a magic portal as well, so you could make this all like magic portal-y looking. I really should use reference photos to paint this regardless of what colour scheme I use. Again, still thinking about whether I should have it cohesive or if I should have a different colour scheme for each page. I really need to look up finished pages for this and maybe do some body colours for it. So if you're interested in doing a body colour with this book, then please let me know. I'll be really excited to do them. And obviously I have this book quite late on in October. Well, it's only the 6th. But by the time any of these videos about this comes out, it will probably be quite late in the game. I think it's probably going to be mid to end of October before I post this video, so if anybody wants to buddy up with me in the last couple of weeks of October, let me know and I will definitely do this. I might reach out to Polly and ask her if she wants to do a page, but we've already got 2 planned and I don't want to be greedy with buddies, and it's nice to reach out to other people as well. So if anybody has this book and wants to do a buddy colour, let me know and I'll try and find one. But I'll ask Polly as well, not as a last resort, but I'll just ask her if she wants to, or if she knows anybody else that has this book that might want to do a body colour if she's too busy, because I know that her buddies are like booked up until November anyway. But this is a really cute page, I really like it. Little pumpkin guy. I like the fact that some of these creatures have been coloured at the back so that you can get colour ideas. I really like the colour of this dragon thing. There's another spiky thing that's a little bit more green, and then this spider's a little bit more purpley blue. There's this eye thing that looks cool, then this salamander thing. I don't know what they are, and then this pumpkin is obviously pumpkin coloured. But what is this? Oh, is he the same guy? I think he's the same guy, he just doesn't have the hat or the spots. But there's little creatures hidden everywhere in this illustration. Like, even this thing is a creature. It's really cool. But looks really, really hard to colour in some places. Like, I think I'll struggle with this book, but I think I'll enjoy it as well. I think once I start looking up other people's colourings and, you know, colour palettes and ideas and stuff for this type of magical thing, I'm getting more into the magical realm. Usually I'm quite a stickler for the rules and colouring in things that are real, but this is a dragon and a snake that can stand up with a hat on. It's not real. You can colour it whatever colour you want. The snake does not have to be brown or green or yellow or whatever snake colours are. Whatever. Yeah, this is really cute. I really like this. It's almost like they're having a little party or something. Gathering of woodland creatures. Yeah. Okay. Bedtime. I've just got a really disappointing email from YouTube support, but we will see. I can't access my AdSense account right now. So yeah, that sucks. They said they can't unassociate the email on their side. I have to do it, but I can't access it. Anyway, didn't want to end on a sad note, so this is a really cool page, really cool for September. I think I will save pages for Spacetember because that'll just be exciting to do and smart on my end for like growing as a creator, I guess. But yes, I like how there's a little acknowledgements thing here at the end. Anyway, I need to stop looking at my watch when I'm recording, but yes, this is her. I don't know how to say that cat's name, but okay, so she's based this book on her own cat, which is cute. But she's called the cat Delilah in the book and called it Bagria in real life. I think that's how you say it. Support from her husband or partner Mark, friends and family, amazing community, and editor, art director, publishing team, you know, all the acknowledgements there, which is cute. And then there's a little bit about the author, which says, Sara Szewczyk, known as Illustratorm Sara, is a Polish artist whose vibrant watercolours and acrylic paintings are filled with whimsical details inspired by nature and her beloved black cat Bagria. Sara creates enchanting worlds that captivate audiences of all ages. Discover her original art, prints and more on Etsy. So that's pretty cool. I do want to maybe purchase the first book though, which would be cool. And here is a rat. I kind of want to colour this rat with alcohol markers, even though it will go through onto her about author page, but at least it won't touch the snail that I could also colour with alcohol markers. I wonder if we could just quickly do that while we're here. By the way, if you ever see a timer in my video, it's because my camera only records for like 10 minutes and I need to remind myself of this so that I don't go over the colours. Okay, so what colour do we want to do this rat? That peachy colour would be cool, but I don't actually know what these colours are. I'm guessing it's this colour. Okay, let's see. We need a sheet though, because I just don't know how I'm gonna enjoy colouring this with markers. So we're gonna test it out and see. Markers are so weird. Do rats have like pink feet, or is it just their tail? And okay, that went out of the lines very much, so I'm not sure I like that much. Maybe I just need to be a little bit softer on it and stay away from the lines. See, I don't like how careful I have to be with this. Markers feather a lot on certain papers, and I think this is one of them. There we go. Oh, maybe her little nose. Cute rat, right? Cute rat. My mum would be screaming right now. And then you need a grey colour, but I don't think there's very many. It could be a brown, but I'm gonna go grey. I think we'll go this grey. It's the lightest grey I've got. To be fair, markers are really cute. You can get some cool flat colouring with it and then just like go in again and add shading, or you can go over it with coloured pencils to make shading, but I find it difficult to, one, work fast with markers because obviously you've got to stay in the lines, and two, stay in lines because it seeps. See this? I don't know if you can actually see that, but it definitely seeps through here. So you need to stay away from the lines, but I'd rather not do that. So yeah, I don't think markers are going to be a thing for me here. Let's see, a dark sort of colour for her hat. Mind you, maybe the bullet nib might be a better option. Sorry, I just went completely out of the lines again. Maybe if I leave a little gap, it'll fill it in. But see, if you leave a gap, it ends up not filling it in, and you have to be careful about what type of gap you leave. See, oh my god, I can actually see it before my eyes seep in. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't think I like that very much. I don't like being too careful, so yeah, I think we've already decided that this is not going to be a thing. However, I wonder if markers is like this everywhere, or if it's just this paper in general. But I do like how, like I said, you can just go over with the exact same marker. Once it's dry, I think you have to wait and add some like cell shading, they call it, so you don't have to even get another marker because it's quite versatile, you know, and you can quickly add shading like that. And again, same marker, you can go over and add shading. This is a lot more peach than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, but I just don't think markers are for me. If it didn't do that, then I probably would like a bit of marker. I'm not a fan, to be honest. And now this looks funny because it's kind of like it's caused a sort of cauliflower effect as well. Let me just bring this further up so you can see. See the cauliflower effect that it's done? I can get that easily with watercolour. I wonder how watercolour works on this. Let's just test it, you know? Full review coming up. Snail. Alright, that means I need to get watercolour stuff out. No, I don't. I'm just going to use this and a palette. This is the first palette that I grabbed. I'm just going to try and colour in this little snail here, see how it goes. I'm going to colour the snail in purple, just because I've got purple here. Oh, I've made it a little bit gross. Oh, my son is on his way back from school. Okay, it's starting to do speckly stuff already, which I 100% do not like. And it's seeping into the paper in a way I do not like as well. Good to know. That could just be my paints though. My paints could just be speckly at the moment. Let's just go with it and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not gonna like wet media in this, I don't think. The paper is weird. It doesn't like water. It piles up and looks like it's getting eaten. It is better than marker. However, marker does lay down a little bit better than the watercolour because this is speckly, whereas the marker's not. That's that. And it does bleed through a little bit as well. Maybe it's the watercolours. Hold on. That was very old. It has been sitting there for a while, so it might have just like congealed itself and been disgusting. So let me just do some quick mixing of some purple here. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it somewhere else now though. Okay, yeah, it instantly does it, so I don't think that watercolour will be for me. I mean, a lot of people don't mind that texture, and you can go over it with coloured pencil once it dries, but I don't like the speckliness, so I think I'm going to pass on that. So we'll need to wait and see what kind of mediums we use with this, because I can't do any more testing. Oh, maybe we could just do a quick pass on acrylic markers. It means that acrylic markers will cover it up though, the lines. It takes it quite well, to be honest. Takes the acrylic marker very well. But I'll probably just be doing coloured pencils with this, let's be honest. We love a bit of coloured pencil, and I don't mind that. Just if you want to see a little close-up there. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Bye!